Coming up on Mountain News this morning, Kentucky State Police remember their fallen soldiers on National Peace Officers Memorial Day. And data from Kentucky's largest hunger relief network shows food insecurity rose the past 2 years, leaving many wondering where their next meal will come from.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning and a happy Friday to you, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this May 16th. It is just about 5 o'clock this morning, and it's also time to check on in with meteorologist Megan Dusmall today. Megan, tell us what is going on this first alert weather day.
Well, we're going to continue to see some rain chances across the region, and as we're going through the next couple hours, we're going to start to see some storms forming, and we'll continue to see multiple rounds of storms throughout the next couple of hours and leading into the early hours of your Saturday. Here's a look at what we're seeing right now, satellite and radar. Again, just a little chance of rain in our region, but as you travel to the west of us, as you're going towards that Indiana-Kentucky border, we do have some severe thunderstorm warnings. So we'll continue to track as that moves into our region over the next couple hours. Current temperatures in the upper 60s and low 70s right now. A little bit warmer as you're traveling more towards the west, 75 in Somerset, 76 in Monticello, and our forecast high temperatures will be similar to yesterday, but a little bit cooler. Low to mid 80s is what you can expect alongside those storm chances. Here's a look at that planning forecast. Again, first alert weather day as we're tracking those storms. Really going to ramp up this morning and another round as you're traveling into the late evening, continuing overnight. Amelia.
Yesterday was National Peace Officers Memorial Day, a day of honoring and remembering the lives lost in the line of duty. WYMT's Buddy Forbes followed troopers with Kentucky State Police Post 9 as they spent the day remembering fallen heroes.
Kentucky State Police Post 9 is remembering the troopers who paved the way.
These troopers gave the ultimate sacrifice. You know, they gave their life. Trooper Jerome Clifton, age 30, was fatally shot October 1st, 1980, while attempting to arrest a shooting suspect in a domestic disturbance incident in Pike County. Trooper Johnny Atkins, Post 9 Pikeville, died as a result of an injury suffered on November 19th, 1995, while attempting to arrest a suspect in Martin County. Trooper Jonathan Leonard, age 28, was involved in a two-vehicle collision on US 119.
Placing wreaths by the graves of their fallen brothers in gray for Peace Officers Memorial Day.
Paying our respects and honoring these troopers and their legacy and the dedication that they gave to not only the agency but the Commonwealth and the people of this community.
Showing their families that the sacrifices they made will always be recognized by those who wear the badge.
You know, their memory's not forgotten. We have their pictures on the wall post. It's probably not a day goes by that we don't speak of at least one of them.
And sharing their stories with the next generations.
You know, a lot of the troopers that once worked with these guys have retired or moved on. And so for the younger generation of troopers that are coming in, the way we keep their memory alive is by having them come out to things like this and speaking with the family and just learning about the trooper, not only the trooper, but the man who he was.
In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Trooper Michael Coleman says the event also always weighs on the troopers, but he's honored to find ways to remember those who paid the ultimate sacrifice. The London Police Department also recognized two of their fallen heroes yesterday. Sergeant Logan Medlock died when a drunk driver crashed into his cruiser back in 2022. Lieutenant Travis Hurley also died in 2022 due to COVID-19 complications. The police department's Fallen Officer Foundation has organized a memorial golf scramble in his honor for the last few years. Deputies are investigating a shooting incident in the McDowell area of Floyd County. Late Sunday night, a man showed up at the hospital saying he was shot. He told deputies he pulled off onto the side of the road on Route 122 near the mouth of Fraser's Creek and was going to park there overnight. Later, he says two unknown men ordered him out of his vehicle and then robbed him. He says after he was allowed back in the vehicle, the suspect shot into the rear window, injuring him. If you have any information, you're asked to call 606-949-2020. State Auditor Allison Ball is suing the Beshear administration again. This time, she's pushing for enforcement of a kinship law passed last year. The lawsuit says the state kinship care law is in limbo because the governor and his cabinet have not implemented it. Ball's office says the law provides a lifeline for relatives to step in and care for displaced children. The Beshear administration has said the legislature didn't fund the program when it was passed into law. One of Kentucky's largest hunger relief networks is sounding the alarm after new data shows food insecurity skyrocketed during the past 2 years. Dare to Care officials in the Louisville area say the numbers show a 48% increase in food insecurity throughout the 13 counties they serve. That means more than 186,000 people don't know where they'll find their next meal. For children, that's 1 in 5 without reliable nutrition, the worst it's been since 2008.
That's just unimaginable. But yet when you couple that with the challenges that we are facing with regard to what has taken place in our community, what's taken place with policies, all of those things are going to impact even our community in a deeper way.
Air says they hope the community bands together to support local food banks. Several industries are changing with the times, and that means working to include new technologies like artificial intelligence. A White Castle in Frankfurt introduced an AI order-taking system to relieve team members. When customers arrive at the Frankfurt White Castle location, they must agree to the system's terms and conditions before it can assist them. If they're not interested in help from that system, it's named Julie, they can decline.
They are able to say help, and that'll prompt the headset to our team members, and then we can take the orders ourselves so that they will be able to be with a real person.
Page says team members were fearful at first about implementing the system, but have come to enjoy the extra hands on deck. A group of volunteers is paddling with a purpose to clean up hundreds of miles of the Ohio River. The team started in Ashland, traveling 280 miles to reach Louisville. Their goal is to pick up litter in an effort to promote a healthier river.
So I came on the trip to not only learn more about the Ohio River, but also how all of these communities along the Ohio River are fostering outdoor recreation and tourism, and really working collaboratively to make a more sustainable and enjoyable experience on the Ohio River.
This was the 5th year for the event.